Welcome to the Actor's Choice, where the actors and actresses have a chance to talk about themselves and their careers. Join us now for the next hour as we explore the marvelous industry of acting by actors and actresses from today's exciting show business world. And now, direct from Hollywood, here's your host, Ron Brewington.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ron Brewington, and welcome to the Actor's Choice. Tony, please show the first photo. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have not gotten the word yet. Please, that's why we're here today, because we want to let you and everybody know exactly what's happening 1 week from today. The 30th NAACP Theater Awards will be held. Tickets are still available at the Tag LaAnne Complex, located at 1201 North Vine Street in Los Angeles, 90038. We'll be saying that number a couple of times back and forth. So, ladies and gentlemen, please get out a piece of paper and a pen, or whatever the case is. I got two good people up here that's about ready to do something well-known. From them, we'll get the word. So please, Tony, would you please give me number 7? Well, look at that handsome young man. He is the leader of the Beverly Hills Hollywood NAACP. His name, Ron Hasson.
Hi, Ron. Hello there, Ron.
Like that name, brother. Like that name. I like it.
Very good. Very good. You know, we have a special guest alongside us who is the executive producer.
Yes.
Theater Awards, who has been a part of the growth of it over the past 30 years. And if I may introduce her, Miss Tia Bull.
Please go right ahead. Knock her out.
Good morning, Ron and Ron.
Hi, Ron and Ron.
Happy to be here this morning.
Okay, Ron, can you bring your head up a little bit? You're way down there. Yeah. Okay. While he's doing that, Tia, you are the executive producer for the NAACP Theater Awards. So my first question is, thank you both for being here. What's it been like for you, Tia? Let's start with you, because you are involved in it. What is it? Tell us about what goes behind this award show.
Well, a lot goes into it, actually. We have a viewing committee that starts everything off by viewing plays throughout the year. In a year, they view approximately 80, 90 plays, and they go through the process of tabulating the plays and kind of getting to know some of the thespians who are in the play, some of the behind-the-scene people. They spend a year doing the hard work of viewing the plays and nominating the plays.
Okay. Let me say this before I forget it, and that is I have to take my hat off to all the members of the committee in your organization, Ron, who get together. The ladies, the men, everybody gets together and makes this event what it is. What does it take to make this event what it is? What do you got to do?
It's a volunteer event. Our viewing committee, they're all volunteers. Everybody who works on the show, up into the stage, it's all a volunteer effort to get it together. And then we do have a production crew that comes in at that point to actually professionally put the award show on stage so the audience can see an amazing show.
Okay. Ron, anything you want to add to that?
Sure. You know, it's an exciting committee. In addition to the fact that they do the theater awards, they view some 40, 50 plays a year in order to be able to select those individuals that are going to be the recipients at the award show and the dinner that we plan for.
Yeah, we're up to 88 plays, Ron, 80 to 90 plays now.
And those are annual plays, right?
Right.
Yes.
So as you can see, there's a lot of activity. And in fact, there's a lot of theater in Los Angeles. Now, you know that theater that we talk about and the viewing of those plays, some are equity plays and some are 99-seat theater plays. So there are several categories of plays that they have an opportunity to go and see. And by the way, the theater houses call them up and ask them if they would come to see the plays, you know. And of course, there's a criteria which Tia and the committee has established, which is that the play must run for at least six showings of the particular play that they're going to see in order to qualify. So
Yes.
they're probably in Los Angeles, maybe 200 plays, of which 88 of them we would find would qualify for them. We're well on our way to becoming the West Coast Broadway plays.
Marvelous. Marvelous. There's one lady who works with you. I don't want to say that she's the only lady, but this lady is an old friend of mine. I've known her for years. Miss Webb, Joanne Webb. Now, she's been around for
Joan
a
is
long time.
actually, Joan is one of the founding members of the Theater Awards,
Yes.
as well as the Image Awards. The Image Awards were originally a part, or they were founded by the Beverly Hills Hollywood branch, and the Theater Awards was a segment within the Image Awards. And once the theater portion of it was dropped from the Image Awards, we took it over and gave it its own independent life. And Joan is one of the people who made it all happen. So yeah, we're really proud of Joan and happy to still have Joan on our team.
Okay. Would you go to number 9, please? Okay, that's the first one of many achievement awards. This is the NAACP Theater Award, a gentleman by the name of Norm Lewis. He's getting an award.
Yes, Norm Lewis is getting the Lifetime Achievement Award.
Yes.
Norm is an amazing person. I've seen him in a few of his plays on Broadway, off Broadway. He is an Emmy, Grammy, Tony, and SAG Award nominee. I best remember him as his role in Phantom of the Opera. He is the first African American Black man to play the Phantom on Broadway. And of course, that voice, he has that rich baritone voice that you just don't forget. I mean, my best, I love him singing the rendition of Music of the Night. It's just amazing. He's a great, great actor. I recently saw him. Well, I recently saw the movie The Five Bloods, and I realized that he was in that movie as well.
Gotcha. Next picture, Tony. This is the Trailblazer Award, Stokely Williams.
Yeah, Stokely Williams is probably best known as the leader of Mint Condition, but he is now entering into the theater world. He is playing Rick James in the Rick James story.
Yes.
The play is called Super Freak, the Rick James story. He's playing lead. You might remember that Stevie Wonder called him the most unforgettable musician and one who can play and sing anything. So because of he's blazing a trail through music and now theater, we're giving him the NAACP Trailblazer Award. And
excellent.
Yeah, they're ending their play. They've been on tour across country now for a few weeks, and they're ending their run of Super Freak here in Los Angeles at the Pantages Theater. They open on June 6th at the Pantages Theater, but our audiences will get a sneak preview on June 3rd at the Theater Ward. They're opening, doing a scene from Super Freak, the Rick James story.
One thing that's for sure, at the end of this event that you're having a week from today, somebody's going to go home with a plaque.
Yes, a few people will go home with a plaque.
Yes.
We nominate plays in 14 categories, both local and equity. So a lot of the local theater actors, musicians who do the music, lighting, sound, best actors, best actress, best actor, they will all go home. Somebody's going to go home in 28 categories with an award.
There's going to be 28 proud people on that day. As they say, you bet your bippy. Number 11, if you would, Tony. Here she is, Heather Hutt, Councilwoman, 10th District. She's getting the Community Service Award.
Yes, she is. Heather partners with us on a lot of our community programs. We have youth initiatives like our AXO program, reading programs, financial literacy programs, health programs. Our branch, we're very active in the community, and Heather is our partner in making sure that not just with the NAACP, in and around Los Angeles. Heather is working hard to make sure that our neighbors and residents have access to resources.
Okay.
And we're giving her the Community Service Award at the Theater Awards on June 3rd.
I bet you she's going to run back to her office as a councilwoman and put it all up. Hey, folks, look at this. I got one of them. Who's this other guy coming up here right now? Miles Frost, known for MG, the musical. He's getting the Spirit Award.
Miles Frost is a phenomenal young man. He actually made history as the youngest solo actor to ever win a Tony Award for Best Musical. And now he's getting the NAACP Theater Awards to put alongside his Tony Award. He portrayed Michael Jackson in MJ the Musical. He's currently starring in the play on London's West End.
Okay. Well, I just pulled out a piece of paper and some information. I want to say it real quick before we get off of this. Tickets and information. NAACPawards.com.
.com, did you say, Ron?
.com, yes.
Yes.
Yes, it's NAACPtheaterawards.com, and theater is RE.
Okay, folks, write that down. NAACP Theater Awards with an S.com. Then you'll get all your ticket information. How much are tickets right now?
It's a dinner show. Actually, we have the entire afternoon covered. We have celebrity red carpet at 4 o'clock. 5 o'clock is a VIP reception. 6 o'clock is dinner. 7 o'clock is the award show. And around 9:30, we have an after party. And tickets are $175. And they are available on brownpapertickets.com or our website, NAACPtheaterawards.com.
Okay. Yes, Ron.
Let me add to that in terms of saying, you know, it's such a great honor on the part of the NAACP to help these thespians grow in the industry. This is what this is all about, is to giving them the opportunity. You know, it's just wonderful when we get phone calls from New York and Texas and everywhere saying, oh, my daughter or my son is getting an award in this Los Angeles Theater Awards. Thank you for helping them to grow in the industry. We're honored to be able to do the things that we do, so we certainly can appreciate the parents as well as the individual, the thespian, saying to us, thank you, thank you, thank you, NAACP. And that's all because of Tia, because Tia is exactly at the show. She works.
All those in favor say aye. What you just said, aye.
I'll say aye.
Aye.
Yeah,
One more, we got to go.
What I do.
Say again.
I said I enjoy working as a volunteer for the NAACP.
Got you. Can you take me to number 13, Tony? There you go, the Super Freak, the Rick James story. Special performance. That's going to be real nice. Yeah. Yes.
Yes, it's a Jacarius Johnson production. And as I was saying earlier, they've been touring the country with rave reviews. I hear that Stokely is just amazing in the role as Rick James, and that you feel like you're looking and watching Rick James perform.
Yes.
And they go through his life, the highs and the lows. And I'm really excited to see it. I will be there on June 6th when it opens at the Pantages Theater.
We got just a few more minutes left. Tony, can you give me number 14, please? There it is. That's the building where the event will take place. The Tag La-Ann Cultural Complex, 1201 Vine Street,
Complex,
Los Angeles.
Complex.
Yes.
Well, Ron, you're giving the President's Award to someone very special. Can you speak on that?
I'm sorry, I missed that.
Ron Hasson.
That Ron.
Yeah, Ron Hasson. We have two Rons here. Ron Hasson is giving.
No, wait for him now. Wait for him.
To someone. I want
say it again,
to speak
Tia.
on that.
Say it again, Tia. What was it that you were asking me to do?
There's one more award that we're giving that night, the President's Award. You're the president giving the award. I thought maybe you should speak on it.
Yes, President's Award from the President. Yes.
And are you telling us who's going to get that award?
Our great mayor, Karen Bass, is getting the President's Award.
Yes, she is. Karen is Mayor Bass, I should call her, has been a fan of theater and is really carrying on the concept that was brought to us 3 mayors back in terms of making the street in Los Angeles known as Broadway, which has had many theaters on that street for quite some time. And the mayor, each mayor has contributed time, finances, energy towards helping to bring Broadway Street in Los Angeles alive in terms of theater and theater awards and theater shows and whatnot. And of course, our current mayor, Karen Bass, has followed in that tradition in terms of helping us to revitalize and helping Broadway to be revitalized with many of the plays that are ongoing. So we want to be able to thank her and show her the appreciation on the part of the theater community for her efforts to work with us in terms to work with theater productions, in particular the Beverly Hills Hollywood branch of the NAACP, to bring this, to help her bring Broadway in Los Angeles to life.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you. Can you give me number 16, Tony? Here's the last one, ladies and gentlemen. That's everything you see right there. It's any final words you guys and girl want to say about, besides come on down and buy a ticket. That's the only thing we find
to
do.
Come out, enjoy. It's going to be a great evening.
For $175, you're getting a good deal.
It's a great show. It'll be an evening full of fun, excitement, celebrities, people that you probably know will be there, and just come out and have a good time. We're looking forward to seeing everyone there.
Thank you. Thank you so much,
Ron. For all of those people who are theater fans and who want to know more about theater, it's really a great evening to come out and enjoy yourself, to be a part of it. There'll be a little dancing and boogaloo going on at the end of the show. And the meal, I'm told that this location where we've hosted it is providing an excellent meal for all of those that are coming. So for the price of $175, you get an evening of entertainment, you get an evening of hobnobbing with the celebrities. We have a number of some 28, I believe, celebrities that will be presenters in the show. And Ron, one year we have to get you to be a presenter. You know, all that you have done has really helped us to grow the show. So we'd like to see you on stage with the rest of the people helping us to continue to have this show grow and whatnot. So thank you for all that you do. For
my pleasure. It's always been a pleasure. Any way I can help you guys. Anyway. Okay. Well, Ron, Tia, thank you both so much for stopping by the Actors' Choice and getting information for this outstanding event, the NAACP Theater Awards, on Monday, June the 3rd at the Tag Lannan Complex, 1201 North Vine Street in Los Angeles. That's 90038. Okay. One more time, can you put that telephone number out there so that people can get tickets?
brownpapertickets.com or NAACP Theater Awards.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you for inviting us.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ron Hasson and Tia Boyd. God bless you both. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Ms. Tia Boyd, the executive producer of the 30th year of our NAACP Theater Awards. Thanks, Ron.
You know what I say, don't you? 30 more.
30 more.
30 more. Let's go do 30 more. See you guys.
Bye-bye. Thanks.
This is the Actors' Choice. I'm your host, Ron Brewington. Roll it, Tony. We just want to let folks know that we're trying to get Kurt Flood into the Baseball Hall of Fame. He passed away January 20th, 1997. Husband of one of our wonderful guests, renowned actress Judy Pace. All you got to do is call our office, 213-349-3941. That's 213-349-3941. Okay? We sincerely thank each and every one of you for being a part of this magnificent award for a great baseball player. Roll it, guy.
die standing and live my life on my knees.
Good morning, Ron.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next guest today has superlatives used to describe the vivacious and multi-talent this lady has. A knockout performance from Gold Star, a force of nature, the LA Times, her singing a highlight, Variety, New York City. These are just a few. If we had all day, we'd be here all day long if I could get all of them in there. I just want to welcome a lady who we admire so much. Here she is, actress Luise Heath. Luise.
Hello there.
How you doing? I like that. How'd you like that intro?
Great, Ron. How are you?
Oh, glad to have you back again. I mean,
I'm glad to be here.
The last time we got together, which is about what, 5 to 6 months, somewhere around there.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Right before the strike.
Before the strike, right. But there's so much stuff that you put out that okay, here's a quickie. As I remember, you were born in New York City.
Brooklyn.
Oh, doity, right.
But I lived in New York.
Uh-huh.
I was very young, and then I was brought up in Long Island.
Yes.
And as soon as I left school, I left school to go do a play in New York.
Okay. All right. So I see that you also attended the Juilliard School of Music.
When it was the Juilliard School of Music. Now it's the Juilliard School. And I was there during my high school and junior high school years in the prep division. And that's now, they gave that away to Manhattan School of Music when they moved their location downtown.
I see you also
so
graduated.
They no longer have a music major, especially for little kids.
Okay. I understand that you graduated from a school called Howard University.
Well, let's clarify that. Your schoolie attended Howard, had all in sincerity was going to graduate, and I went to New York one weekend, and I auditioned for a play and got it.
All right.
So I never got my degree.
Oh, shoot. Here's a name that I can throw at you. You ready?
Okay, let's see if I can catch it.
Frank Dunlop. Frank Dunlop.
Frank Dunlop.
Yes, he was a British director.
Oh, he directed me with
yes.
What was it?
About a week or so ago.
No, come on, give me the name.
His name is Frank Dunlop.
No. Well, what play did it say?
Oh, I could look that up for you.
Oh, that's okay. I worked with him. I could run in the kitchen and look at the name of it.
Okay. And my second Brian right in.
Oh, God, I can't believe it. But it was Margaret Hamilton.
Yes.
My grandmother.
Yes.
And Harris was in it. He played the general. We're getting close, right? It was about the Revolutionary War. And I did it down in the Amundsen Theater. My role was that of Essie. And it was not written for a little girl of color. It was, I don't know what it was called. I got the role because I used to always take the challenge of going to open calls.
Yes.
For theater calls, because I had good agents, but they never thought about sending me for anything.
Yes.
Unless it said black.
Nah.
So I said, but why? And so I went to the open call.
Yes.
And I got the role because I was the best actress.
Okay. Here's a picture of you. They call it LH and Margaret Hamilton.
That's what she played, my grandmother.
Yes.
There she is.
Yeah,
the
she.
Wicked Witch of the East, who was one of the nicest women in the world. And I followed what she said. She was divorced with a child.
Yes.
And she said, you know what?
What?
I take any job I can get.
Amen. That's a good attitude.
Even after, that's right.
Right.
She's
Good
even
attitude.
though that was one thing that everybody knows her for. She
Yes.
knew that there weren't that many jobs. So she just worked and worked and worked to raise her son. And that's what I did after I was divorced.
Okay. It appears that when you first got into the business, because you did a lot, I see you did a lot of work. This was a place, it was a comedy that you got into. You had a role as a secretary. It got you your first IMDb film and credit.
Yeah, Putney Swope. That's Robert Downey's father.
Go ahead.
Robert Downey Sr. He was marketing executive, apparently, and really got tired of what they were doing. So he wrote this script all about people taking over an ad agency and the ramifications of that.
Oh. Okay. You also had a role, but the way everybody, you'll hear me saying LH. I'm getting that from her. Getting that from her. LH, you played the role of Nova North, the ghost of Nova North.
Yes, absolutely. Two young men. Well, one young man wrote this, and it was it was like his fantasy. Nova North was all sorts of the Black entertainers of that time, a combination of them all.
Are you in that picture?
I see it. I love it.
I said, where are you in the picture there?
Well, which one do you think is me? I'm the one on the end. I don't want to say the light one on the end. But I'm Nova North, and the girl next to me is also Nova North. We played. She played the same role as I did, and what was fascinating is that was the younger version, and they did that on purpose because she was like the Nina Simone, and I was like the Lena Horne version of this character.
I see.
But we would talk to each other as life was going on, because when the story started, I'm an old woman there. And she plays out me young, and sometimes I have to stop her and say, no, you're wrong. That isn't what I did. That isn't what it was. It's a fascinating little play. Wow. And it played at 3 different locations here in LA. And the young man that wrote it went on to be a big time college professor at Harvard or one of those schools. And he also has his own group of existential plays and things. He's wonderful. Okay.
Here's one, the New York City Cabaret Jamies. Remember this one?
Oh, I did cabaret in New York. I did cabaret out here. Yes. I have cabaret on on my new website.
I was going to say that. Go ahead.
It was interesting because I didn't really ever film my cabarets, but one girl out here at another location did film it, and I didn't have any copy of it. And the woman that did my website somehow or another found that version. Right. I'm hoping to reinvent the cabaret again, the act again. I do now need a new pianist and musical director because mine moved to North Carolina several years ago, kind of semi-retired over there. But I enjoy doing it because I get to talk to you directly, just like this.
Yes, yes.
And I do.
I hear you. She just mentioned it, but I'd like to mention it again. I understand that you haven't updated your personal website. Ladies and gentlemen, please, it's www.luiseheath.com. That's www.luiseheath.com. Very informative about that lady that you see right there. She's got a lot of stuff that she's accumulated over the years. For example, she does television, film, and stage. She doesn't flip around when she does whatever's there. By the way, which one do you like the best of those 3?
Well, it's a different work situation.
Okay.
I like being, My cat, oh, that's it. There we go. I like my cabaret. You touch people directly. I'm very good with spontaneous stuff. Theater, you are also touching, but you're not breaking that third wall unless called for. And I like the money in film and TV a lot. And, you know, as you get older, there's, as far as I'm concerned, a little bit less stress with the work if you're doing film and TV, because you don't do the whole play at one time, you know. But I love it all. I'm a performer. I love telling stories.
Oh, Tony just told me when we asked about Frank Dunlop, it was the devil's disciple.
Disciple, right.
Yeah.
The devil's disciple.
He always backs me up. He always does that. He banks me up and
See what happens when you get old, these things. But you know, it's a volume of work I'm really old now. So it's a volume of almost 50 years of work.
Yay.
And I'm glad if you can remember everything.
Right.
I don't know how people remember stuff, but my girlfriend told me, my friend just said, you know, they get their notes ahead of time. So they know what they're going to be talking about. And I said, I'll just be spontaneous. I'll get help from Ron.
Since our last
Devil's Disciple was about the American Revolution.
Got you. Okay. Thank you, Tony. Since our last show, you have signed up with a very notable agency, I see, CESD.
Yes, I did. And they have both, I signed with the theatrical department the week before the strike. So there wasn't much he could send me out for film and TV, but my wonderful, wonderful agent, Pedro, he went ahead and introduced me to people in other departments. So during this year, I got sent out by the commercial department, and the first thing they sent me on, I got booked, which I'm very, very happy about. So at least they know I can book a little bit. And so I hope to get sent out on more. And theatrically, I'm glad I'm with CESD, because one of the things I was asked by the first agent to sign me was, would you consider working in New York? And I said, absolutely. So they have a flourishing New York City agency too.
Yes.
And they cover everything.
Marvelous.
Ron, can you hear me? We're
going loud and clear. I hear you loud and clear.
I don't see your mouth moving though.
Oh, okay. Okay. By the way, 2 weeks ago on this show, we had a gentleman by the name of Harry Abrams. Does that name sound familiar?
He is an agent, very, very, very old, and I think he represented me at one time.
Yeah, I see. You know what we did for him when he came on? We sang for him. I'm just wild about Harry, and Harry's wild about me. You know, we just...
Well, you know, you can sing to me. What can you sing to me? Every little breeze seems to whisper Louise.
Yes. I got one more quick question for you. I hear that you have carved out a new career as a director's assistant for several LA theater companies.
Well, yeah, I assisted, let's say, a couple of directors.
Yes.
But those companies were, I was really thinking about getting into directing myself.
Oh.
Totally, because I think I can do it and people say I can do it.
Yes.
But I enjoy doing it. I'm so tentative about giving notes to a director. There's Greg, who I think Greg Daniels.
Yes.
Did you interview him?
Uh-huh.
Anyway, he's the one that said, Luise, speak up, say what you have to say. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, I've been working under some of the world's finest directors for many, many years, and hopefully I pick something up.
Okay. Luise, you've done it again. I wish we had more time to hear some more magic programs that you've done and those you haven't done yet. So best wishes.
No, I hope that we get something going.
Yeah.
You know, I'm very glad to get that this was a national commercial.
Yes.
So let's move on. Oh, and what's really funny, when you hit something very funny, I had to wear a bathing suit.
Yes.
So, and I told my friends several, I said, you know, if they had asked me, Luise, do you mind wearing a bathing suit? I wouldn't have taken the audition.
Yes.
It was a big shock. And so I made my debut this season with a bathing suit.
Okay. Here's a word I'd like to say to you, and that is break a leg, my dear.
Oh, I'm losing sound on you.
Okay.
There, gotcha.
Yeah.
Are you saying goodbye to me?
Yes. Break a leg.
Goodbye, my darling.
Be
Thank
good.
you.
Be good. Take care.
Take
This is
care.
Actor's Choice. I'm your host, Ron Brewington. Roll it, Tony.
Got my knees on the track. Here we go, here we go, here we go now. What you know about it? Come on. What you know about it? God, oh, my sisters and me. We're fighting bravely. Stand on this world you see. God, my sisters and me. Let's go back to the biblical days when women used to work hard, girls used to play hard. Early morning, Proverbs 31, and women about their business, you know what it is. And Queen Esther was a chosen one to deliver God's people and bring them to freedom. That's what we do when we are daddy's day.
Ladies and gentlemen, my next guest today is an actress, producer, recording artist, podcast host, and performer. Who's been actively involved in the entertainment industry for over 3 decades, 30 years, okay? She now has a new film coming out. The name is Tonja, just Tonja. So, without further ado, please welcome Tonja, a.k.a. Sassy Edwards Bloodsaw.
Hey, Rob.
I can go back and say it again. I'm going to say it again.
Bloodsaw. That was a great introduction. I felt like I was really on top of the world for a minute. I was like, that's what I'm talking about. Go ahead, let's speak that in existence. I'm going to receive everything in Jesus' name. I don't have the finances to prove anything that have gone forth. But guess what? Inside my spirit, it is rich, it is royal, and it is connected to God, who's connected to the destiny, and it will get done. All of it.
Where'd you get the name Sassy from?
June Pointer. She gave me that name, and I asked her why Sassy. She said, well, because everything to me about you is sassy, but you know, to be totally honest, you remind me of Sarah Vaughan, because she was a major queen when she sung, and you are a major queen when you sing, and you know, your attitude and the way your whole demeanor, and kind of look like Sarah, so I just gave you the name Sassy. That's where it came from. June Pointer, the legendary June Pointer, my best friend.
I see. I got a picture that you directed me in its direction. It's a beautiful lady. It's your mother. Her name, your mother, in a group called the Sonettes.
The Sonettes. My mama and my auntie. My mama and my auntie Josie. My mama Clee. My auntie Josie. Their friends Penny and I think that girl at the bottom of the bar. Yeah, they were like in vogue. They had an LP. That LP still selling today for about $25 with 2 songs on it. I'm wondering where the money is going, but that's my mama and that's my auntie. And they were called the Sonettes. Thank you for putting that up there, because that's where it all came from.
Like I tell a lot of people, you only get one mother. You might get 1,000 fathers, but you get only one mother.
Only one mother. Thelma Gordy, I don't know if she's still living, but if she see this, she'll understand, because those were Thelma's stars at the bottom of that picture. Thelma wrote Thelma's recording stars. So somebody's connected to something. Right. Yeah.
You alluded to the Pointer Sisters. How many Pointer Sisters are still living?
Right now, it's only Ruthie still living, and I haven't heard from Ruthie or talked to her. I would hear from June every day. I would hear from Bonnie too much, even when I didn't want to hear from her. And I would hear, June is my best friend.
Gotcha.
It would always be a pleasure. I would hear from her every day. Then I would hear from Nita a lot. And up until the point that she passed away, I spoke to her when she was very, very ill. And she passed away. I think it's been about a year ago now. And so Ruthie's the only one left.
Wow.
Bonnie passed after June, and then Nita passed about a year ago. So Ruthie's the only one left. And, I send my love to her, and, and God's peace. And I love her. And if we ever meet again, I'm sure we'll embrace and pick up, the love where we left off before.
Yes. How you and I know each other. When I first met you, you mentioned the Pointer Sisters. How did you get involved with them?
So June was managing me, to make a long story short.
Okay.
She decided to become my manager. And during that time, in music, because I've been singing for a very long time. And so by word of mouth in the streets of Los Angeles, we connected, we connected. It was oddly through the prison system. Someone who knew me in the prison system, who knew June in the prison system in LA, they connected me with June on the streets, and we became very close. Like I said, she was my manager. I was supposed to watch, and I was supposed to learn all the things that I shouldn't do and all the things that I should do. And so she made sure that she molded me as her protege. And she used to call me her secret weapon. That's when she said, "Sassy is my secret weapon," And still today, I'm her secret weapon. So that's how we met. And, it started off like that. And then because of her drug habit and all the things that took place in her life and her losing her home, she ended up living with me for a long time. And, of course, that came with some other baggage, Bonnie included.
I didn't hear that.
That's how it happened. And, and she is forever close to my heart.
Yes.
I love her so much. She showed me so much in this industry. She's done so much to pave the way for me, including going to Zurich. And I'm talking about Bonnie because she was a bad actor, but it was Bonnie who still decided to take me to Europe because June had died and June wanted me to go there. So me going to Europe, literally just like changed my whole life in the industry. And I began to do other things out there in the UK that, thank God I'm still doing today by the grace of God.
Yes. Now, you tell us that you had a movie. You just came out with a new movie. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, so it's not a new movie. It's still the same, the same people who asked me to do my story with June Pointer.
Okay.
And the Pointer Sisters, since they lived with me for so long. I said no to it like 5 times. I just didn't want to do it. I kept saying no. Then I got to the point where I don't even want to be sassy no more. Just call me Tonja. My name is just Tonja, They was like, "Oh, we like that title. Why don't we use that?" So I'm like, no matter what I said, no matter what I did, they just was like, "Oh, well, we'll do it like this. Oh, that's a great idea." And I said, no. And finally, they still wrote it. And they called me not too long ago and said, "Hey, we want you to hear some things. We want you to hear the script for like the 5th time." And I'm like, okay, you did it anyway. I didn't even want it. I was considering to tell you to go ahead and do it because someone said to me, "You're so concerned about God is not through with me." I kept telling people, you can't write my life. God is not through with me. Good. So I don't need a life story. And so one person made a lot of sense over in the Murphy Park at the world stage, Nana. She said to me, "Baby, people are blessed by your story in your story. It's not that it's the end of your story, but people are blessed by the story in your story. And you should consider doing it." So when I called Dr. Venus to tell her, okay, I'm going to do it, she had already finished it. And she was inviting me over to hear the script. And when I came over to hear that script, I cried. And it was wonderful. And I'm excited. And I'm just saying, when God says yes, I can't even say no.
We got a few minutes left, and we will make sure we talk about this. How did you get connected over in Zurich, Switzerland?
Bonnie. I went over there with Bonnie. Bonnie went over there and started acting out, and I was the backup. And because I was the backup, because she wanted to get high and act out, they was like, somebody got to save us. It was like sassy. So you got to stay ready. I had my stuff with me, and they had already heard it, and they brought me back 3 years after that, and by myself, 14 days, and did a compilation album and a single with me. And now I'm on my way back right now after 17 years. I mean, after 14 years, I'm sorry. They're bringing me back. So I'm excited. I'll be leaving in about a week.
Amazing.
Show me where the boys are. That was the first single in the UK. So we'll see what happens when I go back today.
Okay. We'll send you a copy of the show so you can take it with you. Definitely.
Okay.
Send it to some friends, yeah.
Okay, well, shout out to Gene Douglas, because he's forever connected to me. And he's the one who takes care of me and brings me back and forth to Zurich, Switzerland, take me to castles in Rome, Italy, Tuscany. Tuscany. I tell you, he spoiled me. He showed me things that I never thought I would see. And I'm grateful for that.
Amen. Say his name one more time.
Gene Douglas.
All right, Gene. Nice. Looking forward to meeting you. Definitely.
Yes, absolutely.
Because you put a smile on that lady's face, and that's.
Yes. God is good. God is good. He has opened doors for me once again at 52. And I am grateful to walk right in them. And he has closed doors that he should have closed so that I can walk in these.
Well, we just happen to have to go back to what you were doing before. My sisters and me, we want to show the back end of it and let folks see what it looks like. Rolling, Tony.
All right.
There you go. Beautiful, beautiful.
God bless you, Ron. You are such a gift.
Wouldn't have it no other way. You and I have both known each other a long time.
You are my mentor. You are my friend. You are my teacher. You was the professor. You taught me, you trained me, and the things that you have given me, wisdom, I could just only be grateful to God for. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Anytime we can do for you. Oh, I got another one more picture. Tony, can you give me number 47, please?
Hey, Tony.
Hey, girl. Hey, girl.
They know each other. Oh, yeah. You recognize this picture?
Yes. Oh, thank you for showing that. Oh, wow. You found that picture. Now that's God. God knows that's my sister. I love her dearly. That's Trina. She has been a great mentor to me. My dad, who we're still very dear and close to. My mom had just passed, and that was my daughter's her baby shower. My granddaughter was about to be born. But that picture, to God be the glory. Thank you. Yes, those are my rocks. Outside of Jesus, because he's the rock.
All right.
He's the rock.
Wow.
He is the rock.
Tonja, anything else you got to say?
No, I'm just grateful to be on your show. I'm grateful to be a part of your circle, your line, or whatever it is you have that's close to you. It's a blessing and it's an honor to be on a platform like this. And you have been a voice for us in Los Angeles for many, many years, and you continue to be so. And I'm just grateful. And thank you, Tony. Thank you for introducing me to people like Tony Sweet, because Tony Sweets is also a friend, and Jarvis and everybody that I've met. My journey has been just wonderful. Shout out to Yo-Yo, Dr. Venus, and all the rest. My daughter, Sade, and you, Carson, my little great, beautiful granddaughter. Not great-granddaughter, but my great, beautiful granddaughter.
God bless you. Yeah, amen. Tonja Edwards, Bloodsaw. Tonja, I want to sincerely thank you for being here today at the Actor's Choice. Gotta say, please come back again.
I certainly will. Okay. I certainly will. Shout out to you, Prophet Lovey. You have helped me so much to change and do the right thing and walk in places that I never even thought to look for. Thank you.
You're welcome,
thank
my
God
dear.
for you, Prophet.
And I learn a lot from you. Don't you ever forget. We always people say, I just he learned. No, it's not one way, it's two way. I learned from you and you learned from me. Thank you.
Let's continue to do so. Thank you so much, Ron. You are a blessing in my life.
Amen.
Ciao.
Ciao.
All
I
right.
want to thank our sponsors, Harvey Brandman, Photography is an Art, Ron Irwin's Lose Life, The Way to Lose Weight, Larry Buford's book To the Future, Time Travel, Message in a Capsule, State Farm agent Carla Green, and veteran actor Rob Brownstein's actor training facility and Actors Space. And much thanks to our guest today, leader of the Beverly Hills Hollywood branch, NAACP, Ron Hasson, executive producer for the NAACP Theater Awards, Tia Boyd, and then actress Luise Heath, and actress, producer, and performer Tonja Edwards Bloodsaw. I know that lady. The Actor's Choice is a presentation, ladies and gentlemen, of B&B Productions. Rudolph Brewington is the president, and Sydney Chandler, she's our executive producer. Special thanks to our ever-growing audience. We thank you. We thank you. Every time we open a book box, it's more people coming in and looking us over. We like what we say. We thank you so much. We're very humble when we do that. Thank you very, very much. I'm Ron Brewington. Be well. See you next time. Yo.